Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and we're going to be going over a quick update with the car market. Before we get into this quick update, link to my car buying guide in the description down below, and then some of the information comes from Cox Automotive. Let's get into it. Well, let's start with the used car market because this has a little bit more data, and then we'll talk about the new car market where it's a little bit less data and a little bit more anecdote. So with the used car market, day supply is now dropped down to 41 days. Inventory is 2.17 million units, and the average listing price has now increased for the first time in a while. It's up to $25,415. So there are fewer used cars available. The prices on them have gone up, and the day's supply is also down. So this is a recipe for, well, supply and demand to do what it does best and basically provide some stability and potentially some uplift on the used car market. Now, I've talked about kind of why this is happening, but just to give you guys kind of a quick refresher on what is happening. Interest rates haven't really changed all that much, and a lot of the market dynamics haven't changed all that much, but used cars have finally dropped into a price point range that just makes sense for a lot of people, especially considering the fact that new cars haven't gotten any less expensive. So basically over the course of this year, new cars have stayed the same in terms of pricing, and used cars have continued to get more and more affordable. And so it makes sense as to why there's more demand, because people are always buying cars. And right now when people look at cars on the market, what they see is the brand new shiny one is outside of their budget, but the used one is now within their budget, or it's close enough, right? It's always going to be a case-by-case basis. And so because new car prices are still too high, it's actually currently elevating the used car market. And so the used car market's going to stay where it's at most likely, unless things get way worse economically, or unless we start to see much bigger discounts on new cars. And that's where I want to quickly dive into the new car market. I am starting to see bigger and bigger discounts with new cars because inventory is only increasing. And on top of inventory increasing, sales aren't really getting any stronger with the new car market. What I'm seeing is even models that are really hot are starting to cool down. For example, Chevy has a new truck called the Colorado, and well, that's not new, but a new version of the Colorado. They just released in the 23 model year, and certain packages on the Colorado will kind of sit in dealer lots, but one package that has not been available for quite some time is the ZR2 version, and that's because it's a really good value in its particular segment. Most of its competition is thousands of dollars, actually tens of thousands of dollars more expensive. So it's been sold out, and now it's not. I'm starting to see these ZR2s just sit on dealer lots, and so vehicles that, like I said, were hot just a month or two ago have cooled off. And so that's why I think there's probably going to be some level of discount coming on these new cars. I mean, I'm already seeing dealerships react by putting more discounts. I mean, Toyota, for example, that has the lowest amount of inventory available, right? The lowest day supply, all of that. Their dealers are discounting cars, and not just regular cars. Like, I'm seeing discounts on the new Land Cruiser. I'm seeing discounts on the new Tacoma. Some people can say, oh, that's because of their whole engine situation. It could be, but it also could be that the market's cooling off so much that even manufacturers like Toyota that have been basically backlogged for the last several years have now caught up to demand. And so that means that, well, discounts are going to happen. Now, again, the trend that always happens is the dealership discounts happen first because manufacturers are super, super greedy in today's market, right? They'll let the cars sit because they're not the ones paying for them, right? The dealerships are the ones paying interest on these vehicles. But then it gets to the point where the dealerships stop buying cars from the manufacturers, and so then they have to release the discounts. And so it'll take some time. So right now, expect to see bigger discounts from dealerships on these new cars, but it'll take some time for the manufacturers to release those same discounts. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation, and I'll see you.